So let's now start our next topic is IVP. IVP, initial value problem. And to introduce this initial value problem, we will first try to introduce how to generally convert nth order ODE into n first order ODE and into a matrices representation. Okay, so convert nth order ODE into n first order ODE into a matrix representation. And let's make an example. We have an nth order ODE, which write as ynth prime plus pn minus 1 yn minus 1 plus pn minus 2 yn minus 2 plus dot 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 plus p1 y prime plus p0 y, that is equals to our forcing function. And how we can convert this into first order ODE, that is usually we use substitution. So substitution, we use z function to substitute the y function so that we can convert nth order ODE into first order ODE. How we do that? We can do z1 equals to y, okay? z2 equals to z1 prime equals y prime, okay? z3 equals to z2 prime equals to y double prime, okay? Then we can get until zn will be equals to zn minus 1 prime, that will be equals to yn minus 1 prime. And in general, we can write this z I plus 1 equals to zi prime, okay? And for the last part, zn equals to zn minus 1 prime equals to yn minus prime. So what is zn prime? Zn prime will be equals to yn's prime. And yn's prime from this nth order ODE will be equals to putting everything besides yn's prime to the right side. So that will be equals to minus pn minus 1 yn minus 1 prime minus pn minus 2 yn minus 2 prime minus dot 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 minus p1 y prime minus p0 y plus forcing function, okay? And we can also substitute all this y function into the z function. So that is minus p n minus 1, that is the coefficient. Yn minus 1 prime is zn. Then p n minus 2 y, sorry, that will be zn minus 1 minus dot 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 minus p1 y prime is z2 minus p0 y is z1 plus forcing function, okay? So that is how we use the z function to represent itself, that's first order ODE. Then how we write this as matrices format. So our matrices will look like z prime equals something with forcing function, right? So z prime we can write as d over dt. So we assume our independent variable is the time t part, which is z1, z2, until zn minus 1, zn, okay? So that is equals to something with itself, z1, z2, until zn, and plus some coefficients of forcing function. Then we just need to fill out those coefficients. Then we can represent our nth order ODE into n first order ODE into a matrices representation. Then the first row will be z1 prime. And you know z1 prime equals to z2, right? So in this first row of the matrices, since z1 prime equals only z2 without forcing function, the forcing function will be 0 here. equals to z2, then all the other coefficients for the variable should be 0. Only z2 coefficient should be 1. So that will be 0, 1, 0, dot, dot, 0, 0. Okay. Then the second line will be z2 prime equals to z3. So besides the z3 coefficient is 1, all the other coefficients should be 0. Then it will be 0, 0, 1, dot, 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 0, 0. Until, okay, let's see. Zn minus 1 prime will be equals to Zn. So it will be, all the coefficients will be 0 besides the coefficients for Zn. 0, 0 until 1, 0, 1. Okay. How about the last line, Zn? Zn prime is a little bit different. Zn prime is equals to whatever in this equation here. So we will fill out each coefficient. I forgot to say for the forcing functions, since z1 prime equals to z2, z2 prime equals to z3, zn minus 1 prime equals to zn, then all the forcing function will be 0 here. Besides the last line, okay, the last line you can see that zn prime is some coefficient of z function plus a forcing function. So here will be 1 for forcing function. And for the coefficient, we can fill out here. So for the z1, the coefficient will be negative p0. For z2, will be negative p1. And then will be negative p2 until. So for zn minus 1, the coefficient is negative pn minus 2. For zn, the coefficient will be negative pn minus 1. So we fill out these matrices, and this is how we decompose nth order ODE into n first ODE and writing in matrices representation. Z prime will be equals to this whole matrices times itself plus some coefficient times the forcing function. Okay.